Welcome to the Bums Corner Coast to Coast podcast. The views and opinions expressed in this show are those of the hosts and are not those of Bums Corner Media Enterprises. This program contains strong language. Listener discretion is advised. Listen at your own risk. God, I hate this gig.
It's a long intro.
It's Art Bell's Coast to Coast. Yeah. Love that intro. So, hey, welcome to episode 52.
52.
We are recording this on April 20th, so it's 420 day. So, for those that celebrate, happy 420. It was also Record Store Day for you audiophile nerds. Yes. The crowds were aplenty, I'm sure. I did not celebrate this year.
Oh, you usually do something.
I usually do, and there's every other year there's always something on the list that's worth waking up at 5:15, 5:30 in the morning to go stand out in the cold for. This year it wasn't cutting it.
Not so much.
No, so I celebrated in my own way. Not waking up.
Sleeping in, exactly.
Amen. That's a younger man's game.
It is odd that vinyl would be in a younger man's game.
Yes, and yet it is. It's amazing. Just the comeback that it's made. Even in this area, because there's a huge cassette community.
Really?
Used Kids sells a ton of them, and they have I forget what it's called, like a mixtape night, where they just have a big bowl and you bring in a mixtape, throw it in the bowl, and just randomly grab one.
Damn it.
That way you're exposed to new music. Yeah.
Why wasn't I more of a pack rat? I had so many cassettes.
I did too. I'm down to like 2, I think. The Tapeheads soundtrack.
Nice.
And I have a copy of Tom Waits' Swordfish Trombones.
Right on.
Which without the case.
Yeah.
So I think when I sold my cassette collection, I just sold an empty case, and this was like in like one of the tape players in the garage. So
excellent.
That's the only reason it survived. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, it's funny. We were packing out, and I found like an old air check tape from like the first year I worked at 101.
No way.
Yeah. I'm like, do I keep this? Is there anything that I don't know? I don't have anything to play this on. What do I do with this?
Right.
And I'm like,
so I'm wondering, like on the Avis website, when you pick like, convertible, automatic or manual, could you get a cassette player just to listen to that for the weekend?
I bet you could.
Like rent a car specifically to listen to listen to me and my fucking white people problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only one I can think of, unless you like go to a record store that sells used equipment and go, hey man, can you convert this to CDs? Yeah.
Right.
Just say, can you burn this on a CD so I can put it in a computer and put it online?
Right. Yes, now I'm kicking myself because all of this old media is back. I'm like,
right.
I should have hung on to that stuff. Like we've still got a couple of VHS tapes for stuff that never came out on DVD and it just isn't streaming.
Right.
We don't have a VCR, but
and that's the catch. That's the catch. And you know what? Every time whenever Disney like strips stuff, or just recently HBO did, they got rid of a bunch of their shows.
Yeah.
They're no longer streaming. All of these physical media guys jumped up. They're like, well, now I have to be a pirate because you stole the only way, fuck you.
Right.
But you brought up the exact point is you have to carry around all the equipment to actually use all that media too. So yeah, the VHS, a lot of the Disney stuff never made the transition to DVD and Blu-ray and stuff.
And
so
the bulk of the VHS tapes that we have still in, they've been in a box for 15 years are Disney. It's Disney.
Right, your Song of the South.
And Dogma.
That's awesome. Yeah, I have Evil Dead on VHS.
Oh, awesome.
And it was when Nico worked at Myers in the video department.
Yeah.
And I went to rent something. And he just hands me this super heavy bag. He's like, take this home. I'm like, okay. Right on. Good times.
Indeed.
Good times. Yeah. So, hey, speaking of media, I sat down to watch a TV show about Fallout last week. How fucking crazy is that?
I've been wanting to ask you about that because I don't have Amazon Prime Video, so.
Gotcha. Okay. So,
but first, let me preface with Fallout 3 and 4 and New Vegas are three of my favorite video games ever. Like, I go back and I will play them again and again.
I think 4 was the first game I broke the 400-hour mark of play.
Yeah.
Just like once that construction option opened up.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I never stopped. I finished the story. I finished all the DLC.
Yeah.
All of it. And then I built my own vault. I mean, how fun is that?
Right.
Yeah.
So
the first thing about the TV show, man, Fallout fans should all write a letter to Halo fans and tell them how sorry they are about how amazing their show is and how let down Halo fans are.
If you're not familiar with the Halo lore and if you're not like a purist, it's not a bad show.
I enjoy it. But like looking at how people are, viewing it online, obviously, again, I was never heavy into the Halo games, but it's a fun story. It's well acted,
And production value is off the charts. It's great.
Oh God, yeah,
fantastic.
Absolutely.
Okay, sorry.
Right?
Back to.
No, but it's good. But Fallout, it is definitely a love story to 3 and 4, especially 4.
Nice.
Like, they're all new characters, obviously, but just everywhere they go when they're out walking around, I'm like, I've been there. I've seen this place, and the sounds the guns make too. Like Walter Goggins plays a ghoul, so he's got no nose, like the big hole where he is. And he's firing this gun that is just blowing these giant holes in people, like, I don't know, 6 inches across. And it makes that beautiful ka-thunk sound. And it's like, oh my God. Like, I would find extra ammo just to take that out on the field and go ka-thunk, ka-thunk, But yeah, like the locale, it's such a love letter to the games.
Awesome.
One thing I noticed, they were in a vault, and there was a shot that kind of panned up, so you could see like the manager's office, the overseer's office, and I recognized the different building components from 4.
Okay,
like the rail that's around the walkway. I'm like, holy shit. I can recognize that piece from the game, like trying to get it to sit properly, and it would never fucking lock to the walkway. Yes.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, so I loved it. It's a fun story. It captures that humor and that paleo future aspect of what the future looked like to people in the 50s too. It sort of honors that as well.
That was one of the things that first drew me into Fallout. The game was just that 50s, that retro future. Like, the future is today.
Right.
And everything's nuclear. It's fantastic.
Well, they got one part right. Oh, but yeah, absolutely. I cannot recommend that enough. It's so good.
Oh, yeah, I might have to sign up for the free trial just to binge it.
Yeah, and can you get like Prime Video without having to sell your soul to Amazon and get a Prime membership?
Not that I'm aware of. I think it's. I don't know because I know like Audible's a separate add-on.
Okay.
So it may just be a standalone. You could maybe. I don't know. That's a good question.
Okay. My praise ends here
Yeah.
because I will talk about Amazon Prime Video for a second. Again, I want to say I spend $150 a year for Amazon Prime for the shipping, and then video is just like an add-on, a perk, if you will, for having that. But just recently, they started showing commercials on it.
Really?
Unless you pay an extra $3 a month to have the commercials removed. Yeah. So your $150 service now goes up to $186 for me to get HBO, basically, like the commercial-free version. So I was pissed every time a new episode of Fallout would start, but at the same time, I'm like, I'll be damned if I'm, I watched that, Invincible, and The Boys, I think, are the only Amazon shows I watch currently. So is that worth $36 a year? No.
Yeah, we had it for a while. We had it up through season 1 of The Boys.
Okay.
And it was like, that's they went on, the season ended, and I'm like, well, there's nothing I watch on this channel. There's nothing
right.
We're not really shopping. I don't need, even it was at a time, where, oh yeah, next day free, the free, expedited shipping.
Right.
It was like, yeah, you'd say you click on that because you get it, you're paying for it. And then you get the email, sorry, that's delayed. It's going to be 3 to 5 days. Well, wait a minute. What the fuck am I paying for?
Right.
Yeah, and historically, up until now, when Fallout is now on, I'm like, oh, shoot, there's not been anything I've even been interested in on Amazon.
Yeah. I'm willing to bet, though, like, after a move, it might come in handy. Just some of the bullshit you don't think about. Like, oh, I need XYZ. I have 3 extra windows that I didn't take into account, so I need drapes, but I don't want to, drive to Home Goods or whatever. So, and that's what I use them for. I use it.
Yeah, what remains to be seen is once that move is complete, will the drive to Home Goods be, a 30-minute ordeal to go the 7 miles?
God, that's true. I never thought about that. There's a whole world opening up for you.
Yeah.
Like, you can leave your house and go to a brewery and be back within an hour.
Yeah.
Right? Or go out to dinner just on a whim, or just drive to the grocery store for 2 things.
Right? No, I'm just going to hop over there.
Yeah. Like, get home and think, fuck, I forgot my prescription, and just turn around and leave again. We have that option here.
Yeah, here it's like, oh my God, now I gotta move things around.
Right.
to take care of the basic bullshit.
Right.
Yeah, and that's how we've been talking. I'm like, it's different. Like 20 minutes, outside of California, like, yeah, there's stuff, and it's like 20 minutes. You just like leisurely you get there, and it's like, okay, we're here.
Right.
20 minutes here is like, okay, you're a third of the way there, and you just hate everybody.
That's amazing.
And you still have 5 miles to go in at least 25 minutes.
I can't even fathom. I cannot fathom.
It is so ridiculous. And still, we're packing the things up and getting ready to move. And the neighbor's like, I can't believe you're moving. What's wrong with California? This is great over here. I'm like, you are so fucking in it. You drank the Kool-Aid. I don't know. And that's the thing. Oh, I'm a lifelong California person. I think it's great. I'm like, because, the frog is they don't know they're being boiled.
Yep, absolutely. You don't know what the rest of the world is like.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy for you guys, man. That's awesome.
And then I guess the governor here is, and we've been joking about it, like all the money. Oh my God, we're hemorrhaging money to get out of here, just to get the house sold and all the stuff that goes into a move,
Right.
all the usual shit. But I've jokingly been calling it, well, that's the California exit tax. That's the price of getting out. That's why people are stuck here, because no one can afford to leave. I just found out like a day or so ago that the governor is actually looking at imposing an actual exit tax on people that want to relocate out of California.
How would you implement that?
I don't know.
I mean,
like you would impose something on, like, would you change your address?
Oh,
perhaps,
wow, that's true.
Or the next tax season when you don't file, or your last filing of California residency, they would bing you with something.
Yeah. I don't know. How about make your state more livable so people don't want to leave? Right?
That'll never work.
I know. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It'll never work.
Hey, man. Maybe I'll run for governor of California.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'd vote for you.
I can pass as a Republican. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, you could pass as a Republican. They wouldn't.
Yeah.
They wouldn't vote for you. You wouldn't win.
You don't think so?
No. As a Republican? No.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's also, this is blue through and through.
But at the state level, too?
Oh, God, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I don't know that much about California politics.
No, it's funny when you look at the state, the election map. Like it's all of California is red,
right?
Except that little sliver up and down the coast, where and there's that massive liberal population along the coast carries the rest of the state.
Huh, I'll be damned. Okay.
Like you go far enough, east in California, there's plenty of conservatives and Republicans and but they're few and far between.
But that's not where the people live, though, right?
It's not the way that the metrics break down and the algorithm for how all that works.
Right.
Electoral college and how the districts and whatnot, all the different weight that's carried. It just doesn't pan out in favor of the masses, as it were.
I was hoping not to learn something today, but thank you for that. Yeah.
Want me to explain gerrymandering?
Oh, trust me, we're well familiar with that.
I'm sure. I know.
Fucking Jim Jordan's fucking district looks like a J. I shit you not when you pull it up on a map.
Oh, God.
Yes. So we have that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't understand.
But other than that, man, it's all quiet here. Things are good. Yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of Fallout.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. That's the beginning of the month. 54 does not feel any different. Nope. I'm no wiser. Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah. Nope. I haven't learned a damn thing in the last year.
Shit, no.
Just maintain.
Absolutely. But it was good. We went to Nashville to see the Bodines.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not super familiar with their body of work, but they're one of those bands, like, I didn't realize I knew so many of their songs until they started playing them,
Right?
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, I remember that. And shit, I guess they like probably peaked when you were on air at CD 101.
Yeah, they had their peak in the 90s.
Right. So they put on, it was a fantastic show. It was in a winery. Ooh. And so the winery has their own stage. So like they were like rows of tables just all lined up to watch a concert. It was kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was fun. Good times.
Nice. Excellent.
Yeah. So I call that the South. Like that was as far south as I typically go is like Nashville, which I love that town.
Yeah.
It's cool. Took a tour of Third Man Records, Jack White's record label.
Yeah.
Very fucking Willy Wonka. Like really? When we got there, the girl, she works in the shipping department, but she was the tour guide that day. Remember those little boxes for 45s?
Yeah.
They're like the little squares with the hinged the tops.
Yeah. So
she pulls one up and opens it up. She's like, you got to put your cell phones in here. It's like, nobody's going in there with a cell phone. I'm like, oh. So I'm looking around like, which one of these are the first one to die when we get to the Chocolate River? And there were two little kids with us too. Yeah. Like, you guys are fucked. No one survives this show.
If you make it to the boat ride, you're lucky soulmate.
Right. Gustav is chocolate. So yeah, it was kind of cool, And then you see like they have a little tiny stage, and where they put on shows, and right behind it is where they're actually recording the show on acetone. Like they make a record on the spot for that show.
Like, dude, totally old school.
Absolutely
that's awesome.
So there are only like so many people within the country that can man that equipment. And they said, this thing is from the 50s. So once it's gone, it's gone.
Right.
That's it. They don't you can't just go buy parts for it. But it was very cool. Then as you're finishing up the tour, they kind of dump you in the gift shop, which
everything ends up at the gift shop.
But they have all the albums that were recorded in that room. Like, here's all the artists that have played here. Yeah. So I picked up the, I want to say maybe like a 2017 show that Father John Misty did there.
Ooh, okay, cool.
And it was just him and a guitar on this tiny little stage, but it was very intimate, very cool little show.
Nice.
And so I guess if you actually attend the show, you get a limited edition, like a colored vinyl, like a year later after they're done producing it.
Oh, no kidding.
And then the rest of us schlubs get black copies. Yeah, it's kind of neat.
That's cool.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, Nashville's kind of badass that way. They do. There's so many cool little things that they do there. But that's I've never heard of that. That's really above and beyond awesome.
Yeah, so he's got another one in Detroit too, which again, you're a hop, skip, and a jump once you move to either one of those. So I highly recommend anybody that if you have the opportunity, definitely go check that out. It's Third Man Records. Yeah.
Dig it.
Yeah, so that's it. Should we jump into the meat of the show, like the hard work and dedication that we've put in for 4 years now of pointing out stupid people?
Sure. We've got some pretty good stupid people to point out.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I love how you always find your naked rampage story.
I don't know why.
Always.
I, for some reason, I'm drawn to it, and I don't know why. It's just funny to me because I'm still, I'm still 9.
I get that. Okay, so I went for one that to me it was hilarious, but then after I hit paste, I'm like, I'm doing this on 420 too.
Yeah,
and it's like marijuana adjacent. So, after I finish the story, I do have a question for you, since both of us have worked in restaurants in the past, though. So it's kind of why I picked this. I'm like, well, I'm gonna pick Tom's brain on this and see what his thoughts on it.
Oh,
but so here we go. Man jonesing for fried pickles offers drugs in exchange. A Lawrence, Indiana man with a craving for fried pickles from his local Buffalo Wild Wings is facing narcotics charges after offering the restaurant's employees drugs in a desperate attempt to get them to reopen the kitchen at midnight. Justin Carpenter is accused of offering marijuana, cocaine, ecstasy, and vape cartridges containing THC, according to workers, two of whom were minors, according to a police report obtained by the Smoking Gun. Police ultimately caught up with Carpenter, who was taken into custody. A search of the suspect's car turned up marijuana, cocaine, oxycodone, Xanax THC cartridges, and scales containing a white powder. Carpenter, who was already wearing a GPS ankle monitor for 2 previous drug arrests, was arrested on multiple felony and misdemeanor narcotics charges and booked into the county jail. If he makes bail, Carpenter is ordered to have no contact with the Buffalo Wild Wings or its employees.
Holy shit.
Okay. So here's my question to you. And I had to think long and hard as I'm drinking my coffee this morning reading this story. So you were a young man who worked in a restaurant.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If after you lock the door and start mopping up, if you see a dude with a fucking ankle bracelet outside beating on the door, asking for food in exchange for drugs, do you unlock that door?
No. I tell him to go around back.
Justin, get away from the camera, bro.
Exactly. Look, I'm not turning the fire back on, but I'll hook you up with something. What do you got?
Yes. That's the thing, man. Like fried pickles, yes, you're 100% right. You would have to turn the deep fryer back.
I've already cleaned the thing. It's filtered. It's new oil.
Yeah.
No, that ain't happening.
Right.
I'll give you a pickle, but I ain't frying.
Yeah. Right.
You could pedal. You could try that at Wendy's. I'm closed.
Yeah. I'll grill you a pickle, but I will not deep fry one.
Yeah.
But
grilled pickle.
Don't knock it, bro.
Worth a couple of C's.
Don't get me wrong. Right? So, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I respect a craving, man. I've walked to Kroger's before because I was afraid to drive just to get food.
Yeah.
That sounded good at the time. I think it was like an angel food cake. Sounded.
That tracks. Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah, it was when I was living with Fisher and Rockwell, and if you cut through our backyard, it was maybe an eighth of a mile to get to Kroger. Yeah. And we were partying one night, and I'm like, God damn, you know what sounds good? An angel food cake. And I just left and wandered off to Kroger's. Now, unlike Justin Carpenter, A, they were open, and B, I used money. But I understand where he's coming from, though. I understand. But, it's not a good look to offer drugs to minors at midnight who are at work. So...
I'm thinking at his point, he was not checking IDs. He was just, it's all about the pickle. It's all about the pickle.
Right. It's all about the pickle.
But,
yeah.
What did he offer them?
Which I didn't know they had those on the menu. It's not enough for me to go to BW3s.
Yeah.
But it's good that they're branching out. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't recall BW3s having a fried pickle, but it's been
No, yeah.
30,
when was the last time you
years.
ate at BW3s?
At least 30 years.
Get out. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess the only times I ever ate there was in recent history is when George would come into town.
Oh, yeah?
Because that would be the place where he would meet up with Fulham, Novak, Devendra, and all of those guys. They would meet at the Lane Avenue B-Dubs, which, again, I'm not the biggest fan of their food. Their wings are tiny compared to everybody else in that market.
Yeah.
And just, they're not great. But you know what? It's George, so I'll go anywhere to hang out.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, I don't eat there either. So, God, I'll tell you what, the last time I had it, Breaking Bad was on, like it was live. So it was whenever the last couple seasons of that were on was the last time I went to Bidivia Threes.
Oh, it's been a good couple of 5 years, maybe.
At least, yeah. It's probably closer to 10 since the last time we went, but I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. So.
A long time. Okay.
Yeah. And again, I bring this up whenever I have an opportunity, but I'm still kind of chafed that they stole our idea of putting restaurants outside of campuses. So was it fuck them with a rusty canoe?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. With the outboard motor running.
Fun.
that fucker. We totally gave him that idea.
I know. And nobody believes me either. I'm like, I'll tell you, call Arnold right now, and he will confirm this story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Down there had a meeting and everything.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. So, and again, there's not a lot of discussion about that. I just liked the story. And I love the fact, too, that the guy had dirty scales in his car. Like, what else did he buy that day using the currency of cocaine?
Yeah. Like, I mean, obviously, commodity's a commodity, but...
right.
Yeah. Drugs is a currency.
Yeah. And he's measuring it in the car. Like, he had, what did they call it? Scales containing a white powder. So he didn't, pre-bag it home.
No.
Like, how much do you want? Like 4 grams? Great.
4 grams? Oh, yeah.
He's tossing it into a Wendy's bag right there.
Reasonable.
There you go.
Cut.
Yeah. Right.
4 grams for that? You're out of your mind. You must be mad. Not a
crazy Justin is slashing prices. So kudos to him, and again, I love reading these stories where people are doing crimes wearing ankle monitors.
I love it. Yeah.
Like, I think we've had a couple bank robberies that we've talked about. Yep. The people are wearing them into the bank to rob them.
And again,
yeah, like how
I will give Mr. Carpenter kudos for doing his best to bring back the barter economy.
Hey man, after the bomb, that's all we're gonna have. Yes.
What's it worth? It'll
be gold
to you.
It is. Luckily, I have really soft hands and no gag reflex, so I'm going to do just fine after the apocalypse.
You'll be fine.
I'll be depressed, but I won't go hungry. So what did you bring to the party?
Oh, well, again, I've for some reason I've got a penchant for the naked, so here we go.
Mm-hmm.
And again, didn't choose this on purpose, but it happens in Florida. Naked man steals T-shirt from church thrift shop. A man was arrested for allegedly running naked into an Ocala, Florida church thrift shop and stealing a T-shirt. Deputies were dispatched to the Wings of Faith thrift store on Wednesday, January 24th, after several people flagged them down, reporting a naked man running around everywhere, according to an arrest report from the Marion County Sheriff's Office obtained by Ocala News. Michael Da Costa, 38, allegedly entered the store fully nude and was given a pair of shorts and told to leave. He wound up stealing a t-shirt on his way out, still completely naked, a clerk told deputies. The suspect made no effort to cover his genitalia while walking in the store and was acting erratic, the clerk continued, adding that she wanted to press charges for the exposure of sexual organs. The store manager also wanted criminal charges for the retail theft of the t-shirt, valued at $5. Da Costa, who told deputies that he ran away from somewhere naked and went to the thrift store to gather some clothes, was arrested and charged with retail theft and indecent exposure.
Mm-hmm.
I ran away from somewhere.
I ran away from somewhere naked.
Didn't have my britches handy, but I was running.
No, sir. And Tom provided the
the photo,
the booking photo for this guy, and it's exactly what it's Will Forte from the Last Man. What was it? Last Man Alive.
The Last Man on Earth.
Where he had the really
Last Man on Earth.
Yes, that was it. Yes, when he had that crazy beard, it looks just like him.
Yeah,
fantastic. I have so much respect for people that can work in a thrift store because I can't even fathom the amount of bullshit you put up with every day. So kudos to you, my brothers and sisters of retail.
Amen.
That's a hard job, and I can't just to have some naked dude running into the store is, you have to be questioning your life choices at that point to think, how did I end up here?
Yeah.
And am I going to be the one that has to tackle this guy?
Right? Like, oh, shit. Here we go.
Like, Jerry got the last one. It's my turn.
Oh, crap. It's my week.
Right? And I do like the fact that they gave him a pair of shorts and told him to get the fuck out. That's the perfect solution.
Right.
Like, again, it's a thrift store. You're probably donated everything you're selling there. Just get the guy out of there.
So I'm sure
his hands and shorts are going to leave.
Hey, brother. Hey, cover up and on your way.
Right.
It's all good.
We've all been there, friend. Well,
Close.
We all have a friend who's been here.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. We have,
right? Yeah. So I also love the fact that, yes, they're pressing charges because he was running around. And God knows how many kids were in that store, but he's running around with his junk hanging out. But they're also throwing on the $5 theft of the t-shirt on top of that.
Yeah.
That icing on that perfect naked cake. That's beautiful.
Well, he stole from a church. I mean, that's kind of...
I know. That's just dirtbag level.
Yeah. It would be completely different
and again,
if he had run in asking, where is Sarah Connor?
Oh, my God. Tom, you just saunter up to the plate, hit fucking fouls for 40 minutes, and then just crack! Smack one out.
Gotta wait for it. It's worth sitting through the intro.
Oh, it is. It is. Holy shit. I'm dumbstruck. That was amazing.
The machines. Where is Sarah Connor?
Oh, God. Yeah,
that's the only way to get away with
the thumbnail image
with a shred of dignity in a situation like this.
Absolutely, and we keep mentioning that these happen in Florida. Well, it's fucking hot down there, so I get why the guy initially was naked.
The humidity, forget it.
So I understand that. Yeah, God, it's so gross down there.
Like a sauna.
But stay where you are. Stay. Just get fucked up. Do whatever you're doing that made this seem like a good idea. But don't leave. Don't go where the kids might be, dude. Just stay.
You need to have...
But to each his own.
They need to have, like, I don't know, a special section of the beach where these fools can just run. It's hot.
The running of the fools.
Just run out into the surf. But, like, there's like a net. To keep them corralled, and then like every few seconds, like it like lifts up, so like in case no one drowns, or they could be tethered to something. I'm gonna act a fool. Better good.
Like crazies on a leash.
Yes, crazies on a leash.
Okay, so I can see like waking up in the morning to get ready for your job in Florida, and you turn on the local news, and the weather's on, and the meteorologist says, "Now remember, folks, it's going to be over 90 today." So all of the beach past exit 90 will be dedicated to the insane people who will be on their leashes, cooling off.
And again, I'm thinking like there's money to be made. Think of that's a 24/7 streaming channel right there. That's Big Brother. That's just you set the cam up and just let it roll.
Okay, I can see that.
Oh, we got one. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there he is. And plus the family of the guy who wrote and performed Yakety Sax would get so much residual money from playing that 24 hours a day on this camera.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Yep.
Right. Exactly. I'm warming up to this idea, actually.
Yeah. I think, yeah. At the risk of being canceled, I think there's a way to monetize mental illness and bad choices.
And you could sell little water balloons for like $5, so the neighborhood kids could just throw them over the fence and try and hit a crazy person.
I love that, but I think it's a step too far.
Really? Okay.
Let it establish first.
The leashes were okay.
Yeah, they can be tethered to bungees. But that's...
All right. I guess I'm bringing season 3 ideas to season 1 of your concept.
Yeah. Season 2 is when we have them fight each other.
Oh my God. Bum fights beach style.
Bum fight bungee beach. Oh, damn it.
Bonanza.
Copyright Tom Arnold.
So close.
2024. Okay, there it is.
Fucking B-Dubs is going to steal it.
I'm not
they are.
Another fucking good idea that a John Bauman at BW3.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I remember his name.
Wow. I thought I was bitter. That's like next level stuff right there.
File that shit away. You never know when it might pop out. A lot of stuff just files away and pops out. I don't know. I have no real control over it.
I get it. And we all have that list of graves we have to dance on at some point. I'm impressed that you remember that.
I mean, I'm not writing his name on a bullet or shit like that.
The Steve Buscemi list from, what was that, Happy Gilmore? Remember that he had behind his couch? Do you remember that? Like, Happy Gilmore reached out to him and, like, apologized for something, and he took the lipstick. You never saw that? I
saw Happy Gilmore.
Okay. All right. So he calls Steve. I forget what the premise of the conversation was, but he called him up. He's like, "Hey, I was a dick to you in school. I'm sorry." And Steve Buscemi's like, "Wow, thanks, man. That was really cool of you." And so they pan back, and Steve Buscemi's sitting on this couch, and behind him is this list of everybody he's going to murder. And he wipes out Happy Gilmore's name with red lipstick and then puts it on.
God, I love Steve Buscemi.
Oh, he's a national treasure.
I love Steve Buscemi.
Absolutely.
He's brilliant.
Yes. What was that HBO show he had where he was like the mob boss during Prohibition?
Yeah, it was
Does that sound familiar? Like in
Atlantic City. Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire. That show was fantastic.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Buscemi. Never saw that show.
Oh, dude. Yeah. So you like him except for the 7 years that he was busy doing that.
Yeah. Except for when he has steady work.
Right.
I like him as I haven't seen it in a while.
I respect that.
Steve Buscemi. Oh.
Yeah. You know where I didn't look for him? On TV. That's my problem.
That could be part of it too.
I was checking for him in the theaters and never came across him, but yeah, he was on the little screen.
What was that? Was that a Netflix show? Was that a streamer or was that actually on something?
I thought it was HBO.
That sounds right.
I want to say HBO.
It could also be that I didn't watch.
I was impressed I couldn't.